We have one of the stars. I mean, this was a total team win today by the Buckdale Bison. One of them, freshman, the youngest of the stars, and that is a freshman, James Schlendorf. Your brother John starred for this team for 4 years. You got a chance to star here today. What about the defensive effort by this Buckdale team? Even though you're a freshman, you were injured a couple of games. Well, this team played so well, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a blessing to be able to go out with the guys and have so many takeaways like that in a game. Like, I think we had 3 picks, I had a sack. A lot of fun out there, just going out with the guys every week. Glad to be back playing,
You guys, under Coach Bowers and your defensive coaches, Coach Parker and Coach Murdoch, et cetera, they really got you guys ready. You knew what to expect from this Richmond offense, didn't you?
Yeah, we knew the task at hand. I mean, they're a great team. Lost to 7 points by Lehigh, and we were just fortunate to go out and play an amazing game today. I mean, both sides of the ball, making plays all over the place. So,
Coach Cicchini loves to say that this team is in such good shape. How much, on such a hot day here in early October, how much did that play a part here, James?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. It was tough in the first half. We had guys winded, but, I mean, we pushed through, rallied in the second half, and it really pays off, everything during training camp, just coming here and being ready for moments like these.
Kevin and Nissan up above in the press box just said that Foster Powell had 100 yards roughly at half, finished with like 107. Was that one of the keys defensively is try and slow down that big burly running back?
Yeah, that was. I mean, we knew we needed to slow him down. We struggled in the first half wrapping up and running our feet on contact, but we really improved in the second half. I mean, shutting down the run, trying to shut down the pass. I mean, at the end when it mattered, we did. So, yeah.
Did you get to see, were you out on the field when Day got that interception?
I was, yeah. That was an awesome moment, man. I'm going to remember that for a long time.
Did you see it? Did you have a clear view to it?
I did, yeah, I did. I was looking right at him, celebrating with the guys. That was a great moment.
Well, I'll tell you what, before we let you go, because we're going to talk to the guy who got the interception thanks to a deflection that you got popped up into the air. James, you were able to tip the ball away from their backup tight end, Campbell. Tell us about that play. What did you see when that ball was coming down towards his hands?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was a curl flat player on that play. So I looked at the out, and I read it perfectly, the tight end out, and I just jumped it, got a hand in there. Brandon did the rest. Great play.
Great play, great win for you and the Bison, James. Man, it's great to have you and continue the Schlendorf name here at Buckdale.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much, Doug.
Your perspective, we just heard it from James tipping that ball up. Charlie Fisher on our broadcast said, I don't know how you saw it. Did you see it, or was it kind of like in your periphery vision when you saw that ball in the air?
No, I definitely saw it. James made a great play, getting his hand in there and just giving me an opportunity to, go make a play. So it was an awesome play. We always preach run to win, and that was an instance where, just hustling ended up paying off. So
it's so tough because this Richmond offense, particularly with number 10 out there, Isaiah Dawson, but those running backs, Snellsire is a really good quarterback. It's so tough because you can't give up the big play. And I'm sure it's demoralizing at times when they get 15 or 20 yards on you. But do you have to think big picture out there, Brandon?
Yeah. One of the big things we preach is just bend, don't break, and just next play mentality. You can't get too high, too low with the plays. You might get a sack and might be an explosive play the next. You just got to stay level-headed. And I think we did a great job just responding each time and coming up when it really mattered. So,
well, case in point, you got the interception. Day got that interception. That's back-to-back weeks that Buckdale has had interceptions to seal. But the very first interception, late in that first half when Richmond was up 7, was driving, how big was that?
That was massive. Yeah, it was a great turning point. We got some momentum, got it back to the offense, and it was just good that, got that momentum started and just ended up keep flowing off of it. So it was great.
You have had some big wins here the last couple of years. Last year was just your freshman year. How big is this one, though?
Oh, it feels great. Great team. So it was awesome that we finally put together a great game, all phases, and, responded and come out with a great win. So it feels great.
How much do you feel like this can carry over to the rest of the season, beginning next week to championship game number 3, I guess, against Lafayette?
All the games are big. Yeah, this is going to be a big momentum swing. So we just got to stay level-headed, stay locked in, and it's going to be a great week and great rest of the season. I'm excited.
We're excited too. Brandon, congratulations. Great game by you. Great win.
Thank you.
Rucker the fourth joining us. Man, we're just kind of every game coming and talking with you. I don't know why. Why are we talking to you all the time?
Because we're having a lot of fun out on the field.
That's exactly right, Ralph. And you are having a lot of fun. You took such a hard hit. You could have gone out of bounds. Charlie and I were going, get out of bounds, get out of bounds. You didn't hear us up there. Yeah. But you saw about 5 more yards, didn't you?
I did. My dad and Coach Chick and Coach Farmer have been on my rear end about getting out of bounds and protecting myself. But when I'm in those moments, my instincts just take over, and I don't know what else to do. To be honest, I can't do it. So, just what kind of player I am and how I play the game. So,
and you're a wrestler at heart. And
Yeah.
wrestlers don't run out of the circle, do they?
That too. That too. Yeah, exactly.
You know, when you knew coming in that this was one of the best defenses against the pass, literally in the country, top 5 in pass defense. What did you think, though, that you felt like you, Coach Fulmer, the offensive coordinator, Coach Cicchini, the head coach, what did you feel like you guys could get accomplished here today?
Yeah, I think Coach Fulmer and the offense staff, put together a great game plan. They were very fundamentally sound defense and putting certain players in stress where, I with the ball can make a decision based on what a specific player was doing out there, and we were pretty good with making those decisions with the run game and the RPOs, and then even we got backed up with the sticks. Our pass game came in to fruition, and with the concepts, these beaters versus certain covers they were doing. And then at the end of the day, execution is what all that matters, right? In this game, communication, execution, we've been talking about it all year long. And so we did a great job out there today doing those 2 key components.
This Bucknell team could have fallen down by 14, at least 10 on multiple occasions. The defense stood up. How important was that?
Oh, my goodness, it's huge. Defense wins championships, and this is a perfect example of that. We've been talking all year, complementary football, all 3 phases, and we play our best in all 3 phases. We're a really hard team to beat, and it showed today. And defense had a heck of a job keeping us offense in it, and then special teams and offense had a great day where we could execute and put points on the board.
And you talk complementary football, and that's in every phase of the game. Defense, stop the run, stop the pass. Special teams, make the tackle, get the kicks. But on offense, run the ball, pass the ball.
Yeah.
What about that running attack? You kind of talked a little bit about it. How big was that today against such a good rushing defense?
And we knew they were going to be a lead up front, and we knew that going into the week. But like I said, the coaches put a great game plan in our front 5, front 6 with the tight end, and he did an excellent job executing. And then our running backs were fighting for extra yards. They're always falling forward. So, it's great to have that and add that to the bag as we continue to roll on our stretch here.
Over 200 yards on the ground. What does that mean to you? Can you go a lot more play action with that?
Yeah, it opens up the pass game. If we have a great run game, then it opens up the pass game. So, like I said, complementary football.
Now, talk about that last drive. Bucknell's down a point after a great field goal made by Matt Shear.
Yep.
Came back after missing that long one. Yep. You knew you had to score.
Yeah.
You wanted a touchdown. Could have taken a field goal at that point. What was the mindset for everybody in that huddle?
Score. Score. Play fast. Do what we do. Execute. And, we got an older group on offense, as Coach Chicks hit in weeks past, so staying poised in those moments. We've been in those positions all throughout the last 3 years since I've been here, so we're very comfortable in those moments. And at the end of the day, it's execution, trusting our guys, me trusting receivers, trusting the O-line, and them trusting me. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I tell you.
You're a beautiful mind, too. Okay, so on that pass, that touchdown pass, I'd even mentioned you had not thrown the touchdown pass yet, but I had a feeling. Did you have a feeling on that pass attempt?
Yeah, I saw Nate, he ran a great route, and I just needed a split second longer, so I backpedaled, and I was thrown to a spot, trusting that he was going to get there, and he did. He made a hell of a play.
And you couldn't see it because you were probably getting hit at the time. On our replay, actually Nate was grabbed. They didn't throw a flag. Yeah. He was held, but he still was able to break free of the hold. The guy kind of gave up because he knew he was going to get flagged. Yeah. For him to concentrate on that, is that what you guys do in the summer, working one-on-one? Is that with maybe nobody else defending, does that help you in that situation?
Oh, absolutely. We have pat and go drills. Every drill you can in the book that we've done to help those guys in those contested catches is a big part of our offense, and especially with the timing back there and whatnot. They do a great job making contested catches because we have to.
I can't remember. Were you pressured on that, or was it a clean pocket?
Oh, I can't remember. I think I got hit. I don't know. I threw it up and we scored, and then that's that. So we're good.
When you saw that Nate caught it, I saw you pumping your fist.
Oh, yeah.
Well, your shoulder the way it is, was it painful?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but it's the game. We love it. It's a painful game. That's why we play the sport.
Well, Ralph, we love you, buddy. He's mouthing some stuff to Todd Newcomb here. I tell you what, Ralph, this has been a fun ride, and I know you came back for these kind of games. Yep. Thanks for coming back.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Championship games, you've been around a lot of great wins in your coaching career. I'm going to guess this is going to be near the top of that, top 10 maybe?
Oh, certainly in terms of just entertainment. Holy cow, which that's not why I do this, so I wasn't particularly happy as a lot of the day unfolded. But, holy cow. You look at this 4-game homestand. We go 3-1 in its entirety. If you are a fan, why aren't you coming out to these games? These are unbelievably entertaining. I mean, this is fun football, and not as. I wish it was a lot less boring. I wish we didn't have to have another pick just 2 weeks in a row at the end of a game to seal a win. But we're making those plays, and yeah, while I got a lot more gray hair now than I did maybe 4 weeks ago, but it is certainly fun to watch, particularly when you win, and particularly those Sundays when you get the film on and start watching with your team. There's a lot of great moments, some really good football. Today was no exception.
Oh, so many plays made by so many people. What stood out to you in terms of individuals, which of course all collaborate on a team win?
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game. We made plays that we needed. One punt in the entire game, and it goes for 58 yards by Matt Shear. He comes up. He had one opportunity to punt the football. If you and I recall, we had a conversation. Last year, right? We had a football game that we lost against Penn, and where there were 0 points in the game. That was the first time in FCS history that happened, and we almost had that again here today. Of course, we scored an awful lot more points here today because we finished drives and we got into the end zone, or Matt was able to kick a field goal for us. But it's just a great team effort and unbelievable effort by so many players. It almost hurts just to say point out one over the other. And even just, shoot, you look at us, over 200 yards running the football against an unbelievably talented defense, and it wasn't one guy. We put 4 tailbacks in the game, and they all played admirably. Ralph got 1 carry on the quarterback draw, and he got banged up, but he made the most of his 1 carry as well. So, it's just hats off to our offensive line as a whole, opening up those holes for our running backs and allowing us to have the success both in the run game and in terms of pass protection.
It's the first game that you started, at least. The freshman Nicholson at right tackle, Natoli moved to right guard, O'Negan, Mulhern, and Allen over on the left side, center to left. How important was that? How did the offensive line block? I'm going to think you probably say pretty good.
Yes, it was our best game of the season. It needed to be the best game of the season because, again, these guys were very comparable to Lehigh. Mm-hmm. In fact, the best players in the exact same positions. And the difference in today versus that Lehigh game was our ability to run the football and protect Ralph. And we were able to do that. And he had enough time to make those plays, including the final scoring pass of the day that won it for us. That is a result of our offensive line gelling, getting healthier. We're not as healthy as we can be yet, but we're getting closer, and we're just continue to get better every single week. I'll check the injury report tomorrow when everybody, the high and all the adrenaline wears off and the body starts getting sore, and they check in with the training staff tomorrow morning. But hopefully we'll be in even better shape here when we head down to the Lehigh Valley to take on Lafayette next week.
You and I in the Geisinger pregame show, we discussed about how Coach Fulmer knows the Richmond defense because he had coached against them when he was at Elon for so many years in the Southern Conference, or in the CAA. Did that help today?
Oh, without question. A great game plan put together by Coach Fulmer. The amount of times that we moved the football time and time again, I think really just a holding penalty was our one hiccup, having turnover free football, but kind of against what our normal process is we go fast and we snap the ball a lot. And while we did have the most snaps of any game so far this year, we took our time, and that really helped our defense. Our defense needed breaks, especially early on when they were getting hit with explosive plays. They were reeling a little bit in that first quarter, and our offense did an amazing job, and that starts with Coach Fulmer, called a great game, slowing the game down, eating time off the clock, driving for touchdowns, and really not giving them a point to where, the way that game started, it was like, look out, it might be 42, it might be 56, and instead we held them and won the game.
You and I had talked after the VMI game about how you felt like your Bucktail team was actually in better shape than the Keydets. This was a very hot game, and of course it was in the beginning at noon today in the heat of the day. How did you feel like the team held up in terms of being physically ready for this heat? And a little bit of humidity, but definitely heat.
Yeah, that certainly was a factor as well. I think we got better as again, that fourth quarter, we talked about it a week ago. We win the games in fourth quarters. We earn the victories in the fourth quarters. Today was no different. What was different, because it was a noon game, at kickoff it was 69 degrees, and at the end of the first half it was 74, and I don't know, it felt like 80 by the end of the game. I mean, so as the game went along, it was getting hotter as opposed to these other games. The temperature was dropping, so a little bit of uncharted territory for us there today. But again, the result was exactly the same. We won the fourth quarter. We made the plays when we needed to, and we were getting stronger as the game was going on, not weaker.
Obviously, the 3 interceptions were humongous, but what about the 2 stops on 4th and short, too, and turning the ball over on downs for Richmond?
Oh, just as huge, right? A turnover is a turnover, whether it's a turnover on downs, which we had one of those on offense by missing our 4th and 1, but we had them down in a critical time. We knew they were going to go for it. I had a hunch that they were going to run the exact same play because I know they felt like they should have gotten the first down the play before, and I just said to Coach Bowers, I said they're going to run the exact same play again. Coach Bowers made the call to defeat that play, and we stopped them about a foot short and again, just as critical as those interceptions, the turnover is a turnover.
And then before we let you go, a couple of more questions, but one here. You and I also talked in the Geisinger pregame show. You were in tight games against VMI, in tight games against St. Francis. And I asked you, how much do you feel like if you're in a tight game, that can help you? You were in another tight game. How much did those wins, and those tight games, and even the Marist game you said was kind of tight there in the fourth quarter, how much did it pay dividends today?
Yeah, absolutely. Our team, the attitude on the sideline was incredible. You could feel it in the air. Our players were excited. It was a long game. It was a challenging game, a back and forth, the momentum swings and everything. But our players, to a man, they knew that someone was going to come up with a big play on defense. We knew the offense was going to finish drives. We knew that special teams would kick the field goals. If we needed one at the very end instead of the touchdown, we would have got a great kick out of Matt Shear, and that probably would have been the game there too. So the confidence is there. I think that's what we've really benefited this season from every single one of our wins. The game has not been settled until at least halfway through the fourth quarter, and even you go back to that game against Marist, that all turned on a 4th down sack by TJ Williams with about 5 minutes to go in the game to really seal that deal. So we continue to make those plays, and that is just proof positive that this team has what it takes in these moments, and that's a great trait to have right now, particularly going into the second half of our season.
And before we let you go, wow, I don't know that I've seen a Patriot League as good as this year's Patriot League. You don't get much of a breath because you got to go to the Lehigh Valley, as you said, against a really good Lafayette team on Saturday, don't you?
Yeah, and they're doing a great job running the football. I haven't seen how they fared here so far today, but we'll take a look at them. And yes, they are good. We've caught a little bit of them so far on film this season, but yeah, every week here going forward, just like last year, there's no, we're going to be the big favorite. We don't need to worry about these guys. Every week is going to be a battle. And of course, we have one more non-league game as well against Cornell. But it's going to be a struggle to earn a victory every single week. And to be honest, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hold on a sec. Four minutes left in the fourth quarter, and Lafayette has taken a 24-10 lead against Fordham, and Fordham's been playing well.
Yeah, I mean, even you look at teams like Holy Cross, 0-5. 0-5, and they are still a really good team. I'm not sure how they're doing here today. They might be 0-6, they might be 1-5. It doesn't matter. They're a talented football team. You cannot take anything for granted. Georgetown's lost a couple of games. Their quarterback has been out for those games, but when their quarterback's been healthy, they've been scoring a lot of points. So there's no easy day.
No easy day, but a great day today for the Bison. Coach, congratulations. You all earned it.
Thanks, Doug.